Hi, Jodi. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to spend a couple of minutes just talking about your experience in a women's coaching program that you have just recently completed. The program I fondly call the Triple E program. It's about empowerment, expansion, and expertise. And you've been part of an amazing group over the last couple of months. And today we're just going to spend a little bit of time talking about what that experience has been like for you. But before we kick off and you tell us about that experience, I would love for you to just introduce yourself, tell us what you do and why do you love what you do.
Sure. Thank you, Trisha. It's a pleasure for me to be here. My name is Jodi Mathura. I am the CEO of a company called Galt Little Page Limited. We're an office furniture company, office furniture and supplies business. It is a family owned business that's been in operation just about 40 years now. So I would say what brings me joy in my job is mostly continuing a legacy, carrying it on. I am the second generation of the family to lead the business. So that's an honor and a privilege and very exciting times in the sense of you can take businesses and you can mold them into anything you want when it's a small family owned business. So I love that about it. I also love the fact that I work with a lot of employees that worked under my father at some point in time and now work under me. I enjoy motivating staff and getting them to think differently, think smarter, work better, and just improve along the way. And of course, we do, as I said, we focus on office furniture for commercial businesses. So I would say a joy to me is being able to create a space for a client that really makes a difference for them, for their employees, for their clients. Our value statement is to create happy office spaces, which is really a goal of ours throughout the entire company. And we really just enjoy creating a space that a client and an employee can enjoy coming to and just be as productive as possible in a space that they are very happy and comfortable in.
Well, you took so many words out of my mouth that I wanted to say about who you are and what you do. I have the privilege of knowing you a little bit, and I would love to say those things. I love that you started talking first, in some ways, not about what the company necessarily does in this mission about happy offices, but also about the family and the family aspect of the business and the employees and the legacy of who they've been working with and continuing that tradition. And I see that so much in the work that we've done over the months, how important family is to you and how you value the business, not only the legacy of the business that's already been created and carrying that and shaping that in your own way, but you see everyone as part of that business as part of your family. And you have a truly big appreciation for everyone in that network of a family. So I love that you started talking all about that because those were some of the things that I wanted to say about you as well.
I guess that's always the first thing that comes to me, right? It's so important to carry the legacy and to live up to, I guess, an incredible company that my father and Jeffrey Gold created and continue to be a part of, but have allowed me to really lead it in my own way, which is an honor and a privilege, and carry everybody underneath me and treat them all as we always treat everybody within the business as our family, whether they're blood relations or not. So
Absolutely. And you are on the path to forging your own legacy as well. I know some of your secrets, which I will not share in terms of what's coming and things that you're doing. So it's all very exciting times. So tell us a little bit about when you decided to join this program. What were you struggling with? What was it that brought you to this program that made you think that this is where you wanted to be at this time?
So I would say I struggled quite a bit with trying to figure out how to get the everyday, day to day tasks done, as well as achieve big, large super goals that I had for the business. So a struggle of delegation, asking for help, creating a team that can support me, that I could rely on, and that I could really just trust to carry the legacy on with me. And then, of course, coming up, I literally had a particular goal in mind that I had wanted to achieve for well over a year now. And I felt at that point in time I never had the time. But I set the goal, and it was important for me to figure out if that it was going to be achievable and what tools that I would need to get to achieve that goal. So it's kind of a double.
Yeah.
So
So you came to the program with a bit of a dual goal. One, I think, was your personal growth in terms of your leadership style and, how to be a more effective leader. And that served your professional goal because you had this expansion goal for your business in terms of some new growth ideas for the business. And you wanted to be able to invest in that as well. And you needed to be able to create space in some ways for yourself to be able to do that. So those two, while it was a personal goal and a professional goal, they needed to come together in order to serve each other for you to be able to achieve either one of them in some ways.
correct. Well said.
So tell us, what has been your biggest success, the thing that you are most proud of achieving, or perhaps you're still in the process of achieving it. It's only been a few months that we have been in our program, and sometimes we have very big goals in our programs. But tell us, what is your biggest success, or what are you most proud of?
So I would say for sure, I set a 12-week milestone that I had been trying to achieve for, as I said, well over a year, and I achieved that. So that is a big success for me personally, for our company, for our business, for our team. But so much more than that, if I think about it, I learned a lot about myself, a lot about certain qualities that I have that I didn't acknowledge before that were a strength of mine, that were really important for the type of business that I'm in and the dreams that I have for our current company. And so, with being able to recognize that and get myself in a position where I'm confident in who I am and what I bring to the table has made a huge difference on how I manage a team.
Absolutely. I love that. You have been amazing at achieving that 12-week milestone that you set for yourself. Like you said, you were a bit stuck with that before in terms of actually making it happen. You more than did that in the weeks that we were together. And you learned a lot about yourself and your strengths and how to leverage those strengths in your business to help you be even more effective and to really add value in ways that you maybe didn't recognize before. So I love that you bring that up. It was both, again, you had a personal goal and a professional goal, and you had learning, I think, on both sides as well
You know,
this
and
year.
I think the truth is I didn't set out to achieve a personal goal. I set out to achieve a professional goal, and in the midst of it all, I achieved so much more than that professional goal, which is always a total winner.
Yeah, it's so important that you raise that point because often we try to disconnect those things that we have. It's like, I want to work on these things personally, or I want to work on this professionally, but they truly do serve each other. And when we are at our best self and when we work on becoming our best self, we are able to achieve more of our professional or career goals. And sometimes we separate them thinking that we can delineate ourselves in life and in work that way, but we are all intertwined so much and
Yeah.
they come together and we have to work on those things together. So really important that you read that point. Tell us more about what shifted for you. What were some of the things that shifted for you as a result of the program? So that might be some of the mindsets or beliefs that you had at the beginning and now they're different at the end. What are some of the personal shifts that you've experienced?
I mean, 100%, I have learned to use certain tools that get you to achieve certain milestones, whether they are very small tasks or very
Mhm.
big goals. You almost follow the same sequence and staying within that goal setting cycle and within the confidence cycle, as in you achieve one little thing, it makes you feel like you've had a productive day and let's go on. So the cycle is definitely something that I try to stay within and I learned about. And I had remember at the start of the program, I wrote down my goal was to remember that small steps lead to big change. And it was so significant for me at the end of it because this big milestone that I had been pushing away for so long and saying in my mind, it's too big and I don't have the time for it, really was made up by multiple little tasks that you tick off each day, each week, and you eventually get there. And you realize, looking back 12 weeks later, wow, I did it. And it wasn't as intimidating as I thought it was going to be. And I think another thing that I will take from this is the importance of the village, of creating this community. We have an incredible group of women that I have now become very close to, all like minded, all highly motivated, highly inspirational women that I can lean on when I need. I can bounce things off of. I can trust and know that they have my best interest at heart. And it's so important to be able to lean on somebody like that and get the encouragement and get the advice and just get the open ears of when you really need it. So that was something else that I did not expect. For sure.
Absolutely. Again, I really appreciate you bringing up those points because one, obviously you talk about the cycle of success and the importance of getting into the cycle of success in order to achieve bigger goals. And so often we think we have to do that all by ourselves, that we have to take that on our own. It all comes down to what we do. And yes, you are ultimately responsible for the actions that you take and the things that you do towards getting your goal. But what we have seen, and I think what everyone has really resonated with and have talked so much about, is the power of the community in helping you to get there, to keep you in the state of action, to celebrate when you are having those small wins, and to help you get unstuck when you're stuck. And that community and those relationships that we have forged and molded over the last couple of weeks has been an incredible motivator and fuel for keeping everybody going in the weeks together, because it wasn't all straight trajectory up to the top. We all have our ups and downs and really hard days and crappy days where it all goes wrong. But then we come together and it's a renewed sense of motivation to keep going forward. And I think that community is so powerful, and it's a big benefit, obviously, of coming together. And this kind of program is having the community of like-minded women, like you said.
Yep, for sure.
So tell me, the last question I have for you, if you were to run into a colleague, a woman that, is thinking of joining this kind of program, who do you think would benefit from this type of program? And what would you say to this woman? What would you say to her thinking of joining the program?
I mean, the truth is, I would tell anybody, do it. Don't even think twice. Whether you're trying to grow from a personal perspective, struggling with something internally, struggling with who you are, what you want to do professionally, working with a team, leading a team, any aspect in your life, you always will benefit from growth and from knowing more and from gaining knowledge. And I am a true believer in knowledge is power. And the more you speak to people, the more information that you get, that you retain. I have learned about so many different tools and so many different perspectives and so many things just from this one course. And it helps you in so many ways. Again, not just from that one professional goal. So I would say you do not have to be the leader of a business or in a leading role. You can be part of a team and still create so much benefit for that team just from what you learn. And to me, anybody who is wanting to just gain a different perspective, gain some empowerment, gain some knowledge, it's a great course to do. It brings nothing but an absolute joy and gain and privilege and benefit to you personally, professionally, everything. So there's no one person that I would say is the right candidate for this course. I would say anybody who is really looking to just have fun, have insight, gain some information, some knowledge, and feel great about yourself and about achieving something that you've been trying to achieve for a while.
Absolutely. So for all those women who had their sights set on something that they wanted to do that maybe they've been putting off, or feel like they have so much more to give, but they don't know how, any of those women can benefit from the course. And it's so great to hear you be able to put that all together and just think that's them. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Jodi, I have to celebrate you. I want to celebrate you. I know you said at the beginning that you have an amazing appreciation for the legacy of the business in which you work, for the family, the extended family with whom you work with as well. And I really want to celebrate you for that. Over the weeks that I've had the chance to work with you, I've seen your authentic leadership style really take shape and form. And I've really seen you claim that, which has been amazing. You really claim that I am a leader and I am this leader and this is the type of leader that I want to be. I've really seen you step into those strengths and really claim that space. And I just want to celebrate you so much for that. I've seen your confidence blossom, your expertise all come together. And obviously you've been achieving all of those goals, knocking those goals out of the park. So I just want to celebrate you for the amazing work that you have done over the last couple of weeks as well.
Thank you. I mean, I could not have done it without. Thank you for that. But yes, I feel like a different person for sure. 12 weeks later. So,
Amazing. Anything else you want to share with us before you go?
no, on
No?
sign. It's well worth it. It's well worth it. And it's
I,
not that much of a time investment. I think most people worry about, I don't have the time to do this goal, far less actually sign up and be a part of a group that meets every week. And you find time. You find time when you realize there's a benefit to it. And it's worth it. So I have to say it's well worth it.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Jodi.